I've done several rows of this double moss for the Simple Elegance, and one of the things that I do with this Simple Elegance is I like doing this slip stitch edge. It's a really nice, neat edge. However, because of the double moss and because there's only one stitch on each edge, a funny little, an interesting thing happens. An interesting thing happens for rows 2 and 3. So I'm ready to do row 2 right now. And you can see right here, usually you just slip with the yarn in front, as if to purl. But if I do that, if I slip with the yarn in front, my very, very next stitch is a purl stitch. So watch what happens if I just slip my stitch If I just slip my stitch with the yarn in front right here, then my yarn's still on the front side, and this stitch here on the edge keeps popping off here. And this stitch here on the edge, and this stitch here on the edge just stays open as I do that. Now, I wanted to have this nice little twisted bottom. Oops, there. I wanted to have this nice little twisted bottom. So what I'm going to do, because this is because my very next stitch after my slip stitch is a purl stitch, instead of slipping it as if to purl, a regular as if to purl, I'm actually going to reach around behind through the back loop. And I'm going to slip it with the yarn in front as if to purl, but not as if to purl through the front loop. I'm going to reach around to the back loop and slip as if to purl through the back loop. Now, as this front part drops off, you can see that that is now twisted across. So I have that nice little twist on the edge, on the outside edge now. And now I'm ready to do my purl stitch. Now that comes up on the second and the beginning of the second and the third rows. And that is what it means to slip the outside edge with the yarn in front as if to purl through the back loop. When I get to the end of this row, that was row 2. When I get to the end of this row, I'll show you again how I do it on row 3. Okay, so I just finished that last knit stitch. I'm going to turn my work. Now, it doesn't look, for row 3, it doesn't look like my first stitch is a purl stitch because I'm looking at knit stitches right there. However, because I need to do purl stitches there, I still need to slip this stitch with the yarn in front through the back loop. So again, I don't run my needle through here as if to do a regular purl, but I put my right needle through my back loop, slip that off. Now I put this stitch marker just so I know I'm working an odd row. That just helps me keep track of which row I'm on and which row I need to do. So that means I'm on an odd row. I'm either doing row 1 or row 3. And in this case I'm doing row 3 because my first stitch that I need to do is a purl stitch. Okay. So I'll keep working this up, and we'll talk again when it's time to take this provisional cast on off and graph these two together. I hope you found value in this tutorial. If you have, please consider a one-time payment via PayPal or a regular subscription via Patreon. The links are down below and they are on the screen. Again, thank you for joining me. See you next time.